Good afternoon, everyone. We are here at First Light, firstly known as Foothills Alliance, and we are so excited to be here and celebrate all the work that they have done and continue to do in our community. I'm going to turn it over to Chelsea Hucker to tell us a little bit more about it.
Thank you so much, and thank you all of you for coming to celebrate with us today. This is so exciting because we're not just celebrating the future, the very bright future of First Light, we're also celebrating our history. So for those of you who don't know, Foothills Alliance started as Foothills Rape Crisis Center in 1989, and it has been operating ever since. It was originally completely volunteer run, and it, along with Prevent Child Abuse, joined our Child Advocacy Center in 2002, and we became Foothills Alliance. And we did amazing work for 32 years as Foothills Alliance. We served thousands of people who have experienced sexual assault and child abuse throughout Anderson and Oconee counties. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful to have us here to provide those services. But unfortunately, people didn't know what we did until they needed us the most. And that is what we're trying to change today. So we're shedding light on the issue of sexual assault and child abuse in our county. And we are being a light of hope for those who have experienced these issues.
Hey, Ryan. And y'all are making a big move and some big changes. Tell people what's going on and why.
Absolutely. So for over 30 years, we have been operating as Foothills Alliance, and today we are here to do our ribbon cutting to celebrate our transformation into First Light, which is a 24/7 sexual assault and child abuse resource center. And we're making that change to help educate the community about what we do, to help our people in the community who have experienced sexual assault or child abuse find us a little more easily, but also to represent our mission a little better. And our mission is really just to shed light on this topic, to bring it out of the darkness, because it's one of those things that does thrive in the dark. So the name is both hopeful for our clients and for our community, but it also really reflects what we hope to do.
How big a problem is that? People don't, if it hasn't touched them, they don't realize the amount of problem that is here in Anderson. Tell people about sexual trauma and the kind of people y'all serve here in Anderson County.
Absolutely. So the CDC has recently updated their statistics. The odds of a female being sexually assaulted with physical contact at some point in her life is 1 in 2. For men, it is 1 in 3. For teenaged girls specifically, it's 1 in 10. And that is a tremendous impact on the community. Last year, we served almost 1,200 individuals. We conducted 498 forensic interviews. And so what that means is there were 498 children in Anderson and Oconee that were either victims of sexual assault, child abuse, or neglect, or were witnesses to a violent crime.
Y'all work closely with other agencies and law enforcement. Explain how the process works, not just for children, but for adults as well.
Absolutely. So for our children, South Carolina has a mandated reporter statute. And so if someone finds out that a child has been sexually assaulted or is being abused or neglected, and that person is a mandated reporter, so a doctor, a librarian, a school teacher, a police officer, they have to call both DSS and law enforcement. And then law enforcement must now call us and bring the child in for a forensic interview so that we can provide that safe space for a child to tell about their experiences. For our adults can come in from wherever they are. We will meet you where you are. We have a 24/7 crisis hotline, which we are now calling a helpline because people often don't think of themselves as being in crisis. People, especially people who've experienced this type of assault or abuse, always say that it could have been worse, that someone else has it worse, and they don't think of themselves as ever being in crisis, and so they don't reach out for help. So we have rebranded that as a helpline. And so if any adult needs any help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they can call our helpline.
Which is what?
It is 864-231-7273.
And what other services do you offer to adults that do call and or come in and ask for help?
So we offer a variety of services. If your assault has been within a certain time frame and you want to have a sexual assault kit done, we can tell you where to go, which hospital to go to that's closest to you that would perform that, and we will meet you there and we'll hold your hand through it. If they take your clothes into evidence, then we can give you clothes, we can give you shoes, we can give you personal hygiene products. Then we will follow up with you in 24 hours. We will then follow up with you at a week and 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. And if at any point in there you decide that you want additional services from us, so we have spiritual care services, we have a chaplain on staff, we have counselors on staff who offer both virtual and in-person counseling, and we offer advocacy. So if you need to go to court, or if you need help getting a restraining order or an order of protection, then our victim advocates can help you do that.
And what kind of support have y'all gotten from the community as y'all have grown?
The support from the community has been tremendous. I noticed 3 years ago when I first started that we were running low on size medium sweatpants, and I put out, a call to action on Facebook, and one of the local news agencies picked it up, and we have sweatpants and sweatshirts to last us for years. We have been just inundated with those things. And ever since that initial call to action, the support that we have seen from our community has been incredible. It's like they just needed to know that we needed help. And so this year we're very privileged to be the project for Leadership Anderson, class of 38. They are working on our building inside and out. They've already done some amazing work, some yard work, some pressure washing, some cleaning and painting, and they have so much more that they want to do. So we're beyond blessed to have them on our side as well.
And what do you still need? Volunteers? How can people that are interested in this get involved?
You can get involved in any number of ways. We always need volunteers. You can go to firstlightsc.org/volunteer to get involved, to see all of the different ways that you can get involved in our programs. So we have our volunteer advocate program where you answer the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you want to be really hands-on, if you want to be less hands-on, we always need people in our lobbies sitting with our children and our adults while they wait for services. We need yard work, we need help organizing and filing and shredding, and of course the most important thing that we need is monetary donations. We are a nonprofit 501c3, and the name change does not affect that status. Our tax information is still the same. So all of the donations that you make to us are tax deductible, and they are put to excellent use, I can assure you.